got to go low like this all the way and then explode up.
Hello folks, welcome along. This is Grassroots Rugby. My name's Richard Mason. This is Ian Jones, Camo we call him. He was an All Black lock quite a few years ago now, but he was showing some of these kids that are here today some of his tricks as an All Black back then. That was a bit of fun because where we are is at kids training at a local rugby club. This is the base of the pyramid. The All Blacks and the Black Ferns are up the top, but right here, all these little guys is where it's where we're strong.
Yeah, and really important for All Blacks, for Black Ferns. People have achieved to give back. And that's what happens in clubs up and down New Zealand, former players giving back, and that builds that base, that generation, that base, which is wide, which means, as you said, the peak is so high. This is the factory mace, how we make the Black Ferns and make the All Blacks, by sharing our love of the game to our kids. Once it's in their blood, once it's in their DNA, boy, they're going to go off to do amazing things. And that is what Grassroots Rugby is all about.
What do we love?
And on the show today for you, we've got a lot of action. We're going to start in Dunedin in the Southern Club's 140th before we go to Horowhenua Kapiti and Rahui against Shannon. Back down south, the Blues of Invercargill are having their 150th, and we'll wrap it all up with a game from the Wellington Under-85 competition. But we're going to start in South Dunedin, Bathgate Park, which is where the Southern Rugby Club have been for 140 years. And Rowena is there today.
Hello and welcome into Grassroots Rugby. We're so thrilled to be back with you, and we're thrilled to be here in Dunedin today. It's a huge day for the city. We're at Southern Rugby Club. They are celebrating their 140th anniversary, but there's also 3 other clubs in Dunedin celebrating 140th as well. We've got Harbour, Green Island and Varsity as well, so congratulations to all of those clubs. But here at Southern, it's pretty much a top of the table clash. We've got Southern in first, Zingery Richmond, their foes today, second equal on the table. It promises to be an amazing spectacle.
140 years of our club, you know, when we came from 2 clubs amalgamating in 1899, and you know, we're one of the top clubs in Dunedin. You know, we've won 26 championships, we've got 39 All Blacks on the wall. You sort of feel the history coming down off the walls and the history around the club, because this building's 50 years old now, so Southern's always been on Bathgate. And just even things like we talked about last night, you know, the coaches we've had through the club, the Cavannas, who changed the face of rugby in the 30s, Laurie Mains, who's changed rugby in the 90s, and now obviously Jamie Joseph came through here as he's a big part of our club as well. So, but we also acknowledge the coaches like myself. I coached 20 years here, did the Colts, the Prem 2s, and the administrators, you know, Blair Crawford, who's our chairman here. You know, this club wouldn't run without him. But we're pretty lucky to have the coaches we've got this year with JL, John Leslie, and last year we had Case Muse, and then so Pete McIntyre, he's won Premier Championships before, so we've certainly got the right make-up to make what we want to do is the three-peat. That's the big thing for the club.
And speaking of that three-peat, obviously there's a big contingent here from the 1980, 81 and 82 three-peat winning team.
Yeah. So Laurie coached that team, Laurie Mains, and there's even my older brother who played in the 82 season. But a lot of those players, you know, Steve Houghton, you know, played for Otago. Pretty prestigious side, that one. I think they only lost 1 game in 3 years, and that was in the first year.
You mentioned your brother. Obviously, he played over 200 games for Southern. It's quite a family affair here, as you find at clubs right around the country.
Yeah, so obviously my brother played for the Premiers. He was captain. I played here at Southern. I've moved into administration. My son's actually currently playing for the Prem 2s out here, and his brother, my ex-wife's son, plays for Southern as well. But you'll find even our chairman, Blair Crawford, his son plays for Southern as well. So it is a family club, and you see a lot of generational players coming through.
I mean, you've even got the opposition captain, the opposition coach's son playing for Southern today.
Well, he actually started at Southern, so yeah, there's a little bit of rivalry there.
So I started playing here, I think, when I was about 7 years old as a schoolboy, then went through my schooling and came back here to play my senior rugby. Had 10 years, I think, doing that. And then I started my coaching career here for 3 years, 80 to 82. And, we're having a reunion this weekend too, because that was a great team. And all of those things led on to me getting the opportunity to be involved in first-class rugby.
Let's talk about that 80 to 82 three-peat team, your first year's coaching for Southern. Did it get any better than that?
No, it didn't. As a matter of fact, you say that, I just said to the boys today when we're having lunch that this is my fondest memories of all of my rugby career, both playing and coaching, was the 3 years. They were a team that were totally committed to what they were meant to be doing, and I was a learner as far as the coach is concerned. Learned a lot off Eric Watson. Alan Stevens was a great coach here. I had them, and I tried to apply the best of what I could remember from them coaching to my coaching, and that team, they had such fantastic team spirit. If we were within 5 or 6 points of the opposition with 10 minutes to go, I knew we were going to win because that's the way they were.
JL, what does it mean to you to be back here at Southern for the 140th?
It's really great. Enjoying the weekend and yes, back with Southern for my third year, and really enjoying being part of the team and what we've built as a group of guys. And it's going to be an exciting occasion of a game today. Zingaree, they've been top of the table for the whole competition until this game, and we were top of the table last week. So it's going to be a good one today.
Massive occasion, as you've touched on. How have you primed the guys for this?
Just as per normal, we've got a routine and a recipe that we follow. So we do that, and it's also just changing it up and getting the boys a little bit excited and hopefully, catching their imagination. So we try to get that in during the week, and now you can hear the boys having a bit of a buzz going on. So we think we're tracking pretty well.
Big occasion last night as well. A lot of people getting together, reminiscing over the years, that amazing three-peat team of the early 80s. What's it been like chatting with them?
Yeah, good. Had a great afternoon yesterday with two old rugby cobbers, Mark Ellis and Steve Houghton. So that was all guns blazing. The University Club got their 140th on. Southern's got their 140th on at the same time. So I'm kind of bouncing between. But yes, fantastic. Lots of laughs and lots of brotherhood there for sure.
Young coach making his way in the coaching ranks. These are the Southern boys in their famous black and white jerseys, and Zingaree Richmond in the multicolours.
Southern's aim this year, Mace, is to go for a three-peat, back-to-back champs under the guidance of John Leslie, and boy, what a wealth of talent and passion they can tap into with that guy.
Absolutely, and when they've got blokes like Laurie Mains sort of lurking around the touchline to add a little bit of advice as well, well, that's not a bad thing. Turnover here to Southern, the kick and the chase, and it's looking pretty good for Solomona, and it's looking very good for Solomona as he goes in for the first try.
Beautiful skill. Laurie Mains, you talked about him, one of the 23 All Blacks coming out of the Southern club. He was a fullback back in his day, All Black and All Black coach, and he would love this about towing it ahead, the control of the football. Solomon on the right wing, beautiful, pretty short dead ball area here at Bathgate Park. On point, perfect. Bathgate Park, Mace, the place I think I've trained most of my All Black career at this ground. And if it looks cold on your TV screens, it's because it is.
Oh, that's harsh. That's very harsh.
But true.
As Patuawa does good things and finally links up in midfield. That's an excellent line. Good defence though. Now they've rolled it over again, have Southern, and they're looking strong down the left ring side for Malifa.
Not held, playing with Southern. We talked about John Leslie beforehand and what the passion and the skills that they can tap into. Absolutely playing a running game. So both wingers now in this opening stanza getting tries. Look at the power here, understanding the rules, not held. So he knows he can get back up with the ball in hand and over that left-hand corner.
So Southern playing with real pace and with width and with depth. And look at this. as they're running upfield with a great from Taliafoa. There's support left and right. And if you come back this way, there's a whole bunch more support.
Playing with so much confidence, aren't they? Knowing that they can run it out of defence, turn that defence to attack. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's a try. That's an excellent team try. Tupai gets it in the end, but gee, how many people were involved in that?
Well, plenty. Started from defence. Loose forwards, I think, were involved plenty of times. Keeping the ball alive seems to be, I think, the trait for Southern, clearly under the coaching of John Leslie. They're going to contact, but offloading just before contact. And Tupai's a veteran. Been around, played over 150 games, they tell me. The club rugby down here. So great servant, great experience. Still knows his way to the try line.
Captain Taylor sort of got hold of it, got it down on his team's side anyway. Round and round the mulberry bush goes Patuawa. Straight line, that'll do it. Up the middle, great support play, keeps his feet well. The support continues. Oh, how about that? How about that for Laulu? Wow. Hey, I tell you what, if you see a better try today, it'll be a good one.
If you see a better try this year, it's going to be a good one. This is wonderful interplay, wonderful heads up. Just that, once more, that trait of keeping the ball alive, passing and backing up, stay in support. The skill level, uniquely different to New Zealand rugby, folks. Why the All Blacks so good? Well, you're watching it right here at Clubland because of the skill level of the players, which they practice and train and always have the ball in your hand. That's where you get the ball skills from. Great to see.
It's not a day for the goal kickers, but at half-time, 24-0, that's a very, very good lead for Southern over Zingery Richmond.
Playing with confidence. Good communication you see out there. Zingery Richmond, though, one of the toughest All Blacks comes out of that club. Remember Keith Murdoch? For those people that don't know Keith Murdoch, good story to follow up and take a look. Google Keith Murdoch, All Black.
Taylor again making the ball available. Taliafoa, straight in under the posts. And again, it's that directness of the big men.
Conrad Taliafoa, an absolute name. The first time I've seen it, but one you're going to have to note down because he has been the player of the day so far. His power, his support play, we've seen his skills in the lead up to the last try. He's just been brilliant, hasn't he? You can see how big and strong and powerful he is.
Yeah, he's got a bit of size about him, that's for sure.
A player to really look out for.
Zingery Richmond just want the ball. Now they've got it. Referee's playing an advantage here, won't have to. Doesn't matter, try scored.
Sean Driver, I think, Mace, the fullback. Looks pretty solid fullback, doesn't he? Mixing it up in there. But they needed to get something out of this match to Zingery. Plenty of heart, plenty of ticker, and they're in this game.
And they're back where they've spent an awful lot of this game, somewhere near the Zingery 22. Southern turning it over quickly. Recycling possession, getting their big men running straight. And a chance to get plenty of subs on as Emery makes the final pass and Tupai gets his second. Well, they're racking them up at will now.
They've been a great combination, haven't they? 12-13, Emery, Tupai, beautiful. They're getting good ball, good go-forward ball, which has been good. So when they're not offloading in contact, the Southern forwards are flying over the ball, producing it on a plate, and then the 12-13 combination. In sync together, working in harmony, communication clearly very good. They understand where each other's going to be, and why shouldn't they be when a guy like John Leslie, a great 12-13 in his day, is their coach.
Here we go again, and hits Taliafoa again.
Good vision.
Good execution, terrific execution. He's up in support, and Toliafoa gets his second try. Gee whiz. How many times? Twice or three times he handled that. And get down on your knee, you deserve it.
Well, he deserves 2 because he's set up at least 2 or 3, hasn't he? So, absolutely, once again, my player for man of the match. Look at this, the power, which is fantastic. The vision, understanding where his support players on the left-hand side, he got that. And then the backup support. That's what I love about New Zealand loose forwards, staying in the game. If you buy the ball, you are going to be in the game. If you're in the game, you're going to get the odd meat pie too.
Well, it's many years ago that I played the game, but I had a coach way back then who said, always support your own pass. And if you can do that, well, you're going to be helping out. Oh, they've cut whole ribbons in them again. And it's Patuawa, goes in by the goalpost. Just show and go, and then he put the foot down.
As we nearly wrap up this game, talking about great coaches, this game's actually been played for the Eric Watson Memorial Trophy. Eric Watson, former All Black coach, Otaki coach actually. Mm-hmm. But I think more famously, Eric Watson coached New Zealand under-23s, I think, at the time, that beat the All Blacks, early 70s.
It was the New Zealand under-23s. The All Blacks did an internal tour, and that was kind of like their test match. And they got smashed. Final whistle goes. 50 points to 7. Southern will have the Eric Watson Trophy. They've beaten Zingery today.
Harry, congratulations. 50 points to 7. How does it feel in your 140th today?
Yeah, no, it's outstanding. We're pretty proud of the effort we put in. It was a tough grind in the first half into the wind, but with the lead at half-time, we were confident we could come out and get the win, so we're pretty stoked.
Amazing support out there. Of course, the 140th weekend brings everyone out.
Yeah, we're stoked to have everyone here and can't wait to catch everyone for a beer afterwards.
He had a good game, that fella, didn't he? I thought he did anyway. Green Island lead the way in the Gallagher Trophy. Southern just behind them, and a couple of places further down the table are Zingery Richmond. It's a long way from the final whistle in Grassroots Rugby. We go to Horowhenua Kapiti next for Rahui against Shannon before the Blues of Invercargill and their 150th. Now, the waiting room in the Otaki station, the old Otaki station there, which the trainer's beside, is where the Rahui Club was formed nearly 100 years ago. And at the Otaki Domain, we're going to watch Rahui today against Shannon. Shannon were 125 last weekend. Rahui getting close to their centenary.
Kia ora koutou, just here with Rahui Federal Premier Coach Mark Tooman, passionately known as Peanut. Peanut, how are you guys feeling about the season so far?
Yeah, pretty positive. We've had a pretty good run to date. Don't take anything for granted, obviously, but things have been going pretty good.
And with the culture, how's everything going with the club, with numbers and culture and around the community?
Yeah, we've had a really successful year so far with good numbers. So we got Thursday night training. We had near on 50 odd players here for 2 teams. So a bit of competition for positions is really good. And both teams been successful last year, making the finals, and obviously the Premier team taking out the title last year has really put some onus on the players to turn up.
Copper, it's a big day for a couple of your Premier players today. Just want to talk about them for a wee bit.
Yeah, so we got Leon, both Leon and Alize playing for their Blazers today, their 50th games, both in the back. So we got Leon at halfback, and a bit of a live wire for us. He keeps the tempo nice and high, and the chat good. So, and then Alize, great finisher, and our number one goal kicker. So both guys have played a lot of rugby, and they've both been playing at a very high level. So I'd imagine, be surprised if they both don't go into higher honours this year. So yeah.
Here with Shannon coach Jan Franks and captain Dallas Wiki. Kia ora whānau. How you going, Jan? I'm not too bad, Dallas. I'll ask the questions, you can answer them. Oh, yep. Obviously, massive weekend last weekend for our 125th Jubilee. How'd you pull up on the Tuesday?
Bit sore, but good weekend overall. Despised the results, but we don't worry about that. We move on to the next and worry about this week. So, yeah.
Obviously, big battle today. 1v2. I think Rahui is sitting on about 23 games on the trot from last year, and you're sitting on the sideline. What's the go there?
Oh, just last week, physical game, pulled my meniscus, but hopefully to be back in, well, we have a bye next week and then be back in Waikanae, see how it goes. But yeah, just injury probe at the moment.
How's the feeling amongst the squad? Obviously, we had a big weekend last weekend, short on numbers today, but it's all going to be about heart, isn't it?
Yes, and Shannon's full with heart, and that's how we play, and we show up and we show out. If not, we just move on to the next and hope for the best.
That's us crossing out for the see it full time.
Chat.
Oh, kia ora. My name's JJ, and this is Grassroots Rugby, Rahui versus Shannon.
Yeah, thanks, JJ. Here come Rahui onto the Otaki domain, followed by Shannon. Round 9 of the Ramsbotham Cup.
And congratulations, Shannon. 125 years bringing rugby to your community. I suspect it's going to be pretty tough having to back up the next weekend against Rahui.
Broughton Winterburn makes the break, offloads. Connor Phillips goes in for the opening try of the day.
Big, strong, athletic 15. Also see him playing Heartland Championship for Horowhenua Kapiti. And Rahui looks like they're in a mood to attack. Shannon, their first opportunity, can they convert?
Organising themselves here for a one-off bash at the line through third.
Oh, good leg
pick,
drive.
The go, the try. That's the hooker, Burnell.
Great leg drive. The hooker got themselves into that position. They converted that position. And even the backs are coming in to say well done.
Good ball, middle of the line out. The drive is on.
Shifting the point of contact, which is good. Moving it where they're trying to find a weakness in the Shannon defence. Over.
Oh, it's a good try. Parata was the man who got it, but a big pat on the back for the whole forward pack.
Working hard, aren't they, up front? We've seen their backs early on get the first try. Connor Phillips with the width. But you've got to have multiple points of attack if you're going to win a rugby game.
Well, they scored a try from this phase not so very long ago. And they're looking likely again as they head towards the line. The referee says try. And it's the halfback, isn't it? It's Leon Ellison. It's his 50th game today, and he gets a try.
I seen him pop in there, and I said, hey, what difference are you going to make? Leon Ellison, but he did, made a huge difference. Congratulations on 50 games also.
You see the family on the far side calling him Baldy. I can't think why. Kick through, that's a good one too. That'll take some reeling in. And somewhere along the line it got dropped. I got that, he said. The referee has a chat. And I think he might be right too, isn't he? It's the fullback again. Yeah, he got that. Give it to Connor Phillips.
And what a great lesson there, right there. Any kick can be turned into a great kick if you chase it, determined, stick into it, the fight the whole time. You never know where that ball's going to pop up, where it's going to bounce to. But if you're around it, you can get your meat pie.
Well, the referee's told them that'll be half-time after the kick. The kick's gone over, so we'll go to the break at 29 points to 15. Rahui playing very well against Shannon.
Old-timers day here, Otaki domain, and a great crowd out too.
Oh, look
enjoying
out.
footy, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the company of each other.
Well, one mistake, and no, that's got forward. No, it hasn't, said the referee. He's letting them play on, and I think he's going to give a try. Now, I thought that we had a knock-on right there.
No knock-on there. That was knocked back by Shannon, is what I'm saying. From that angle, and I'm not out there in the middle. I don't often do this, but on this occasion I'm agreeing with the referee. Sorry, Shannon. I think that was a legit try. I think that was knocked out of the Rahui player's hand.
Baldy sticks it in, and the weight comes on.
Oh, this is good scrum. Look how strong, square they are. Good control at the back.
It's an excellent try. Very, very good try to Joel Winterburn. And what a good scrum. The front row spent most of the time pushing forward. They didn't go up too quickly.
Cracking try, you'd call that. Oh, mistake. Chasing again. Never giving up on the kick chase. Getting the reward. Well done.
It was almost a replay, an action replay of the final try of the first half that went to the other side. Now, Rahui getting stuck in again. They look really dangerous when they get it out amongst these big midfield backs that they've got. Chiming in from fullback is Connor Phillips. He gets the return pass and he's got the legs. He's a very likely looking player, this young man.
Yeah, he's one. He's getting all the tries. Fullback Connor Phillips, but you're right, Mace. The ball carrying ability of the Rahui backs. Good, athletic, strong tackle busters, getting over the gain line, ability to pass and offload, using the width. They deserve that 58 points.
58 points to 26, the final score. That's a pretty high-scoring game in anyone's language.
125th this year, so just congratulations on behalf of Rahui. Any thoughts on the year and how it's going so far around the 125?
Yeah, so obviously talked about earlier, we had massive celebrations last weekend, 3-day bender, probably reflected in a few short numbers this week. But it's a massive occasion for the club, proud history, proud community. But just wanted to acknowledge Rahui on their Old Timers Day today and the two 50-game Blazers in Leon and Alizé Roach.
Yep.
Congratulations on the win, but we'll come back.
Yeah, it was a slow game to get going, but I think once we kind of found our rhythm and then boys are into it, a few hard penalties that kind of kept us pinned in our own end at times, but true to Rahui fashion, just a bit of running footy just to get us out of trouble, and yeah, pretty happy with how we ended up.
Yeah, they and their supporters will be happy with the season so far as well. I expect Rahui top of the table. Shannon slipped down a couple of places with not getting the win there. Invercargill and the Blues Rugby Club are 150 seasons old and celebrating that jubilee this weekend. It's a big weekend for the Blues.
Get out there, give it the best shot that you've ever given, because today's the day you want to put it out there in front of all these people. So good luck.
Well, Gary, fantastic achievement, 150 years. What's the secret of a club's longevity?
Oh, I think basically the main secret is having the people, the manpower or the people power, and a good club spirit. And I think that's stood this club in good stead for a long number of years, 150 in fact.
I've been here about 2 hours and I've seen people from all parts of the world, in fact, so you've drawn a big crowd.
We have, you know, they've come from USA, they've come from Australia, come from, some further afield. It's just marvellous, and it's just that attraction of getting back to see your mates and to experience what you enjoyed when you were here.
And it's a very elite club, isn't it, the 150 club?
Well, it is. I think we were number 9 in the country. I think I'm right in saying that. So, to be in the top 10, 150 clubs in the country is something a wee bit special.
And I suggest out of those top 10, whatever it happens to be, you're one of the most successful, because you certainly are here in Southland.
Yeah, I can't really speak for the other clubs because I don't know their track record, but yes, 31 Galbraith Shield wins over that 150 years is a record for Invercargill, and one we're very proud of, because they are hard to come by. As we know now, we're going through a wee bit of a lull, but we'll be back. But it was good.
You kicked it off superbly last night. I'm guessing tonight will be even bigger.
Well, yes, we're at the Ascot Park Hotel tonight. Our guest speaker, Sir Buck Shelford, and he's what a down-to-earth gentleman that man is. I had fortunate enough to spend a bit of time with him yesterday, and he'll be down here and he'll help kick things off tonight. But we've got a maximum crowd and people just ready to enjoy themselves.
Well, you think 150 years is a fantastic achievement for a club. What about 97 for the oldest life member, Owen Todd? Congratulations on your tenure with this club. Tell us how rugby came into your life, first of all.
Well, I played rugby, got to second grade, and we had then I was club captain here for 4 years after that. And then we had two fantastic elderly chaps in the club, Les George, nicknamed Tussock, and Glenn Clode. And they just took me aside one day and they said, "Are you interested in going into administration of rugby?" No, I said, "I'm enjoying it here with Blues." But, yeah, we're just thinking about nominating you for the Southland Rugby Union. I do, you're joking. So, no, so...
What was your first year playing for it? How long ago?
44. No, end of 43 was... I just filled in, but right into it in 44.
Was the club strong in those days? Was the club strong?
Oh, hell, it was strong. Geez, very, very strong. And then I got on the committee here and then club captain 4 years.
Well, thanks for sharing those memories with me, but you've got to share something else. What's the secret to long life? In 97, how have you kept so well for your age?
Well, I've always kept fit all my life until this. And I've been looking forward to this. I was chairman of the 100th Jubilee. And since then, you know, you keep active. And even when I retired up to Queenstown, and no, just always been kept fit. Enjoyed a few beers, a good few beers.
1, 2, 3, Blues!
You're pretty much up against Star.
Yeah, it's top of the table against bottom of the table, so we always like to be the underdog. So today's going to be very interesting. Boys trained really well Tuesday, Thursday, which is good. So I think we're in a good right headspace to get stuck into these Star boys, yeah.
They'd be fizzing, wouldn't they? If they can't get up today, they're never going to get up for a game.
Oh, it was unbelievable, the training on Thursday. There was no drop balls at all the whole hour. So, yeah, they're ready for the occasion. Hopefully they channel their emotions into the right places and get the win today, yeah.
And what will help is the bumper crowd.
Oh, there's a lot of people here. I mean, last night was a great start of the weekend, so they expect the occasion to be big, and there's a lot of people here. Great to catch up with old mates and people who've played here for a long time.
Henderson, it's Jaden Henderson able to make good ground, as did Jordan Stewart, the captain, starting to miss a couple of tackles here now. Yes, it'll be the first try of the afternoon. It'll be the halfback Hayden Edgley that scampered away, and the defence was penetrated, and it looked nice, certain that Star would score, and they did. In the replay, you can see that the halfback was right on the shoulder of the ball carrier, and he was running at pace, was Edgley, and scored just to the left-hand uprights for first try. Star's favour. That's good hands from Johnston Brown, who's able to hold on to it. And they're continuing on, Star, their merry way. Passing accurate in exceedingly difficult conditions. Back to the left. A little chip kicking behind. It might bounce kindly, does! And Cole Spinks picks up the spoils, but a great team effort as they manufactured a wonderful try. And the replay, it was all about the little kick, wasn't it? Fullback just pounced. Star added to the tally by another 5. And we're 14 minutes into the match. Thompson goes to his number 8, Yamakawa. He does a very good job in protecting the position. The latest blast of wind will impact this kick, no doubt. Bounces clear and then into the arms of Sharp, and he's looking exactly that. The draw, the pass, the chance on the outside, the gas, the try, all in that order. And Smith just showed a clean pair of heels. In the replay you'll see the pace in which they carried out this move did Star is most impressive and thoroughly deserving of their extensive lead. More ball for Star. Perhaps one last surge before the half-time break. Johnston Brown not able to get through. And the number 8, Tawa, getting oh so close to the corner. The referee's going to have a chat with the AR. And the try is given. And that looks like the number 8 getting the pats on the back. But as you can see in the replay, they were close to the corner, managed to keep the ball inside the field of play and getting another 5 points on the knock of half time. Kick looks good. It looks very good. It looks superb. So 31-0 the half-time score here. Here's the Blues 150th. Celebrations continue, but not on the park. Star enjoying this occasion more than they. Peel off the back. Still the Star defence holding true. Chances to the left, straight up the guts. Still able to keep applying that pressure. Oh so close. Advantage again to Blues. Looking for Townsend, he's not going to get his hand on the ball just yet. Another advantage, it is a try. And it is Daniel Townsend that scores. A legend of the club. Comes on, barely got his jersey dirty, and he's in close to the posts. And in the replay you can see the 21 lingering and then pouncing as he's done for the last 20 plus years. Now they go left. Going backwards a wee bit now. Still treasuring every moment they have with the ball. Now starting to just find the odd gap here or there and trying to exploit it. There's certainly numbers out wide. Cutting back Rahui. Standing on his feet as long as possible. Get plenty of help. Long pass on the outside. And the try scored. And Sione Kalfanonga will come up trumps. And that's a great combination. In the replay you can see the 13 loitering out wide, gets a beautiful pass and makes no mistake. And Blues start to eat into this lead of Star, one try at a time.
Tom, he must have been blown off his perch, I think. Tom seems to have gone. Leave it to me as Calder goes close and over. For the try goes Nick Henderson, and Star edge out another try, and they've got this game safely in the bag now. It was a good little run this on behalf of White, and good following up. The man who's supposed to be looking after that channel just eased out one way. Now, if you didn't realise how windy it was, have a look at that. 38 points to 10. Final score in Invercargill. Star the winners.
Fun to be part of today. It would be something you'll always remember.
Yeah, definitely. Been here since I was a little kid, so to be able to lead the boys out today is very, very special for me, yeah.
Great to see. Good old-fashioned club rugby, mud, dirt, a few bumps and bruises. What a great day for the club.
Oh, it's a great day. Long sleeves today. I couldn't pick it. I was actually quite nervous. Woke up this morning, I thought it was going to be hot, but actually kind of glad we're wearing them now.
A good victory, particularly in trying conditions.
Yeah, no, definitely not the greatest weather for it, but yeah, we knew those guys were going to be up for the test day, and big occasion for them, so we had to front up and we did early, so proud of my guys.
Well, anyone who knows anything about rugby remembers the Bring Back Buck campaign in the 90s, and of course Blues Club today have done exactly that. They brought back Sir Wayne Shelford to join them in their celebrations. And Sir Wayne, you know what it's like to be 150 and part of those celebrations. It's so important, isn't it?
It is, and it's a great time in the club's history. Turning 150, it's no mean feat, and it's a lot of hard work over the years, that's for sure. My club turned 150 last year. This year, Ponsonby and Auckland had theirs, and now we're down here at the Blues Club, down in Invercargill. It's fantastic, and had a few beers last night down here, but the food last night was outstanding. I've never eaten so much crayfish in my life.
The Southland points table, and you can see that Star are on top. They're a win ahead of Pirates Old Boys. We're off to Wellington next for the under 85 competition. Now this is a very popular grade right throughout the country. We'll have a look at the Wellington competition when Tawa visit Eastbourne. On the northern fringes of Wellington Harbour, the settlement of Eastbourne, on the flat land between the sea and the hills. And that's where you'll find the HW Short Recreation Ground, home of the Eastbourne Rugby Club, where it's Old Timers Day today. Hurricanes captain Brad Shields on the ground.
Yeah, rugby's in full swing now, and obviously with Big Yellow out, it makes a huge difference and gets, obviously, Old Timers Day down here at Eastbourne, gets a good crowd in and amongst the community game. And I just think with rugby at the moment, the biggest investment we need to make is in our community game in terms of bringing good numbers through and making sure people are enjoying what they do. If there's one thing I've sort of said to myself in my career, the day that I stop enjoying playing rugby is the day that I'm going to retire. So hopefully these kids are enjoying what they do out there, and the parents are real supportive of what they want to do. And at the end of the day, like winning or losing, if you're enjoying yourself, then it makes all that bit of difference coming back next week.
Some guys have been playing this game for quite a while, and they should be old timers sitting at the bench, but there's a few exceptions.
Well, when you play 300 games for one club is a pretty massive achievement, and with Dan for Eastbourne this week, obviously only been here for a short amount of time, but for the contribution that he's given to Eastbourne Rugby and club rugby in general, it's pretty cool. Obviously the last name Houston, quite a famous name within rugby. So yeah, I think when you say Old Timers Day, you got a few old timers on the side, but you got a few old timers that are still strapping up the boots, so it's great to see.
So you know Dan, you've been around him for quite a while.
Know Dan very well, absolutely.
And is he a good man?
Fantastic man. Yeah, real club man. He's been playing here for 23 odd seasons. He started off first five, I think he might have been first five, then he went into halfback, and he's now in the front row where he's been for about 5 seasons, and for a small fella, he certainly holds his own. It's a huge achievement for anyone. I think as a senior or prem player, you get a blazer or capped at 50, so to play 300 is pretty special. I think he's had probably 2 or 3 injuries over the years. He's done his knee and he's done a shoulder, I think. But yeah, no injuries, and for a plus 40, it's pretty good.
I had a year at Batoni under 85s in 01, and then as we got set up in 02 with the 85s, just came back home and wanted to play at home, the home club. So yeah, loving it. The community's awesome out here. Everyone knows each other, and I work at the school. I'm a teacher aide at the school, so all the kids, it's awesome. All the kids coming up to you and saying congratulations. So yeah, I wouldn't wish for anything else really. Both my brothers played through here. Obviously, Granddad, Uncle Alan, Dad played at Batoni. So they've all they give me good advice. But I was always proud when Granddad came to watch you play. Because he's such a Batoni icon really, so it's always good to get a shake of the hand from him.
How does it make you feel? 300 games.
Well, I'm quite an emotional person anyway, so there might be the odd tear, but it's all just passion. Things have fallen into place really for old timers, and it's an honour for my 300th to be on a day such as this.
How's the team looking?
Very much a rebuild. We were down to 10 players last year, 11 players. We managed to recruit and get back up to 27 players, so a few boys are away, but boys are excited, and it's good to get a young bunch of kids that want to support a small village.
What's your strengths and conditions like this, which are pretty good?
Our strength is the view and the facility you're at today, but our guys are going to try a few different things. This is a top team. They're a fantastic team, and our guys are going to have their work cut out, but it's an old timers. Hopefully they lift the great old people that have been in before them, and they can do a job. We've also got a boy playing his 300th game for the club, which is bloody phenomenal. So hope they lift for him as well and don't get overwhelmed by it.
And shout out for the people that we don't see and hear about.
There's a lot of those behind the scene that work, especially on a club day like this in a great place like Eastbourne. There's a lot of unsung heroes, and there's a lot of great guys in the club today with the Old Timers Day that are still here, still supporting us, and hopefully we'll get a good community around us and supporting the boys today.
I'll tell you what, Mace, once more uniquely different about New Zealand rugby, it's the Brad Shields giving back on the weekends to the club. Kids may play there, but, you know, when you learn to love the game and it's your turn to give back, you do.
I'll tell you something else that's pretty unique to this club. That man that you just saw there, Dan Hewson, number 3 for Eastbourne, he's playing his 300th game today. I'll just say that again in case you didn't quite notice it. His 300th game.
He's got some stories, some wonderful stories as well.
He's forgotten most of them.
Yeah, I know, but he's made a few up as well. So forget the ones that are true. Never forget the ones that you make up.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what a line,
Gee,
what
that's
an angle.
a great line. What a try to Adam Preston.
Great grade, this. Under 85s, this growing grade, all playing towards the National Club Cup. So all the teams from around New Zealand eligible, knockout stage, right through to a final. The under 85s. Wait in every morning, you front up and you play.
The other centre, McEnany. He puts the ball down and great pick-up on the run by Harrison for his try. And somebody's had something to say about it. The referee's having none of it.
Well, some banter, isn't it? But the referee looks about 85 kgs himself, so he could play. But thank you to all the referees out there making our game flow.
28-7, Tawa looking quite comfortable against Eastbourne at half-time.
No, it's not Tawa, it's the Tawa Ducks.
Sorry, I do apologise.
The Mighty Ducks.
Now that drop out from the goal line might have been a bit shorter than Eastbourne would have really liked it. One or two of those tackles were a bit looser than Eastbourne might have really liked it. And the Ducks run in another one.
Yeah, Oliver Curran, wonderful. The width that they play with, the skills that they're playing with. These guys, you know, don't want to be playing senior rugby, but they want to be playing out there on a Saturday afternoon with their mates, and that's what they're doing.
With a sneaky tap kick, everybody thought he was going for the corner, and he's taken the tap kick, and we've got the ruck in midfield. Charging run by one of the big fellas, Griffiths. Just kept on charging.
I hope he weighed in this morning. He must be boarding on 84.5 kgs, is he? But I know it's all legit. There's no problems there whatsoever.
And again. That's it, Ollie. Stay in, Ollie.
I know at my club when they put the scales down, everybody from every other grade wants to weigh in, and none of them ever get anywhere near 85 kg. I'll tell you that for free. That's another try to the centres. He's a good player, this McEnany. That's his second.
It's funny, isn't it, about scales? I know back in the day, I used to jump on the scales and try and weigh myself down with every little bit of £1 coin or drinks of water. Others would be stripping off clothes. Oh.
Yeah, lovely in pass, and Preston running in his first 5, and another try to Harrison.
You're too good on the day, aren't they, the Tawa Ducks? Eastbourne, they're the host. Wonderful to have them out here playing our football. A nice crowd, all the old timers that are here. The new Life Members Board that is up in the club rooms. A good day out.
Would have been really good, wouldn't it, if Hewson there, Dan Hewson, that's him with no hair, if he'd got a try. Didn't happen. His 300th game.
Yeah, like we always knew it was going to be a tough day at the office. Tawa showed their skill. Heads up to our boys as well. It was a big tough game. We knew it was going to be, but we kept our heads up and did our best and onward for the rest of the round.
What will you take from today's game for next week?
Same thing, just work to the outsides, trust our speed and just enjoy it. I think the big thing is enjoying it. This is a good grade for running rugby, so just enjoying it.
You won't be surprised to see that Tawa top the table in the Wellington under 85 kilogram grade, and you're probably not all that surprised to see that Eastbourne are down a little bit as well. Okay, grassroots people, Rex Kerr from Rahui.
Good afternoon, here with Mr. Rex Kerr, one of our life members of the club, long-time committee member. Rex, how long have you been involved in the club here at Rahui?
Over 40 years.
And what kind of positions have you held over that 40 years?
I've held, first of all, I've been patron, and then for 10 years I was president of the club, and I'm patron since that time, which is not 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, Rex, last week you were on an important list that was released on Monday on the
Yes.
King's. Can you just talk us a bit about that, what you received that King's Service Award for?
Yes, I received the New Zealand Merit of Honour for my work in the community and rugby. So that covers a long period of time, perhaps nearly 50 years of service in some particular area of either the community and rugby. I started my rugby when I was coaching at Colenso High School. I coached the 7th grade team, and I sort of progressed from there up to first 15s and coaching regional teams.
Awesome. Thank you, Rex. As a fellow committee member here at the club, we really appreciate everything you do for the club and the community. Mr. Rex Kerr, you are a legend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we have a bit of a reputation of bringing you footy from up and down the country. Same next week. We're at Counties. We're at Buller for one of their players looking to beat Dan Carter's record. That'll be good to watch. We're also going down to Canterbury and at Razor Robertson's old club, Sumner, see how they get on. We'll bring you all that action on Grassroots Rugby.
So what's the best thing about rugby, do you think?
The friends you make and the awesome experience you get to have.
Scoring the tries.
It's fun, and we and you can make breakaways and put big tackles on.
When I was little, I had the dream to become a Blue, and I'm trying to keep that dream up. I like rugby because it's fun and you get to run and stuff.
Are you any good?
Yeah.
So rugby's good fun, eh?
Yeah. Really fun.
You'll be a champion before you know it.
You know.